Buenos dias, mi gente, or buenas noches. Welcome back to another walkthrough of the Outer Worlds, man, with your boy Mugen. You already know it's a pleasure and honor to have you join me. Let's get right back into it. If y'all were with me last time, we were trying to solve this murder. We did. Halcyon Helen is still alive. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Oh shit. I didn't realize I had that iPad on like that. How is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having an amazing night. Hey, loved one is sleeping nice and tight. Who's this jokester? Oh, I thought someone was right here.
Greeting protocols suspended. All non-essential protocols suspended. Phaeton is standing by for larval compound dispersal.
What's your status?
Reactor stable. Compound dispersal may commence.
This persistence.
Affirmative. Dispersing. Incoming message from Rissa's distillation station.
What have you done? What in law's name have you done? You hijacked our atmosphere. Are you trying to kill us all? No. You're trying to kill my symbiotes. I'm not going to let you destroy everything I've built. I can still fix this. I can undo the damage you've done.
End of transmission.
I think that dude was mad. I think that dude was mad. After you read my proposal? Did I mention this lady take all this shit? There's a big museum of just shit that I don't really give a damn about. That engine to a spaceship. Where am I at? Why doesn't it show where I'm at? Oh, I'm right there. But regardless, I gotta go this way. Oh man.
I say, this pocket watch has someone's name.
You just walk slowly to let the game load. Yeah, I'm crossing bridges like this, even though I'm going from one low state to another low state. Oh shit. Get back. I'm gonna make you smile. Find the administrator. What do you guys? What do you think of that dude? Now in the bathroom. Let's just slide it up. Drop kick. And then light that dude up. Gonna make you smile. That's all.
Wait a second. They don't brew anything down here? It's just storage?
Here we go. Into the...
Oh shit.
Out of my way!
I'm a glacial age. It may taste like cold piss, but at least doesn't have parasites in it.
At least it doesn't have parasites in it. Damn right.
To shreds, you say? To make you smile. I want to be your friend. And we're alive.
Easy now. There we go. That's a long way down. Anyone else want to toss a big cart down there and wait for the sound? No? Just me, huh?
Just me, huh? I don't know what's down there. So, thoughts?
We're
Thoughts?
actually going on an adventure with Halcyon Helen. This might be the apex of my career. That means highest point or peak. Parvati taught me that word. I
Right
got
there
my
with you.
Millstone special ready and waiting. When we go after Ludovico, just give me the... Yeah, boss? Looks like we're doing this.
Covering you! Without sharing a smile! The best way!
I just wanted to make you smile!
I just wanted to make you smile!
Everyone all right?
The score can't be your friend! This is it. Check your weapons, folks. Could be anything in there.
Yes, I know you're hungry. Be patient. I'll feed you soon enough. Just a guest. The one I told you about. The inspector. Welcome. We were just talking about you.
There's someone behind you or something.
You and I are standing in the presence of royalty. Don't worry, you'll meet her soon enough. I know what you've done. Hijacked Phaeton. Contaminated the air we breathe with you. You think you've saved this, and you've angered my queen.
Am I the only one tired listening?
Nope.
I got tired of listening to this jackass when he called us on the ship.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to feed you to the queen, and then I'm going to... Don't be afraid. Your Highness. Dinner is served. Wait, no, not me. Them! Merciful law! Stop!
This guy.
Here they come! Everyone all right?
That was easy enough.
This machinery cluster is now active. Please exercise caution.
Just activate fire.
You made it. I guess happy customers really are repeat customers. Here, I had something I wanted to give you. This is a golden ticket, good for one free tour of the purpleberry orchards. This is my way of showing you that I appreciate you just for being alive.
Let's put you.
After all that, we didn't have time to grab the head of that slug queen. What are we, amateurs? There's room on my wall. Ah, well. What's up? All right. I made friends with a canid once. Well, thing is, I had dragged that rapt off and burned it before. Yeah. I'd never seen such a... It looked me dead in the eye and it didn't growl. It just sniffed hard to the void cap. Soon we came to a small rat nest. And in that nest lay 2 dead. That was my estimation also. And I was only too happy to oblige. Once I blew the I ain't seen emotion in a beast before. But that day, I wouldn't believe it myself. I thought, don't know why. Maybe on account of my own personal losses. Maybe I could relate.
Enjoy the golden ticket, friend.
Oh,
You are in for it now. Nothing like a good tussle. Coming! I can't hear. Hell of a shot! Good score, Cap! Smile!
You want some of this?
Without wearing a smile, just right.
Get off! Get off! I just wanted to go friends!
I'll show you happiness! I just wanted to make you smile! We're stalking. We're stalking.
Heads up!
Nice hit! Can't get past that armor! Perfection! Two confirmed!
And turn on. Enjoy the scenery. Oh wow. Look at that. Alright, now keep going. Wait for the game to load. Look at the scenery. Oh, look at those pretty flowers that haven't loaded in yet. Taverns. Walk away and hope for your characters to load up.
I must have dreamed up 100 different ways to kill Ludovico. I'll be honest, eaten alive by the queen of the brain slugs wasn't on that list. Is that so strange? I imagined this moment would be a little more cathartic. But Belinda's still gone, and I don't feel all that different.
You know what you need? Nice cold bottle of Spectrum
Hilarious,
Brown.
Captain. You must be very popular with your crew. I can't go back to the way things were. I can't return to my old life because it was never my life to begin with. It was shared. Never mind, you don't need to listen to this. Thank you again for your help, Captain. I never would have made it this far without you.
Why do you need so much for that, bro? So annoying.
Ludovico was eaten by a giant slug? What an absolute tragedy. Ludovico was eaten by a giant slug? What an absolute tragedy. Very brave of it.
Thank you for everything.
So bitter.
If you're lucky.
That's so annoying. I level up my shit just so my shit could still be fucking dull. Ain't that about a bitch?
Welcome back, Captain. Or shall I call you Inspector? What can I do for you? During your absence, I passed the time by simulating a number of hypothetical conclusions to this case. Unfortunately, my understanding of the facts is limited, and my appraisal of the individuals involved is not flattering. Therefore, my conclusions are inaccurate.
Alright, humor me. Who do you think killed
My
Halcyon Helen?
simulations have yielded several possible causes of death. Halcyon Helen may have been killed by one or all of the following: asphyxiating on Rizzo's Spectrum Brown, grappling with a primal while inebriated, killed by an overzealous fan, death by automechanical, or profound loneliness. How close were my estimations?
What's wrong, you think?
Excellent. I'm pleased to discover my ability to predict human behavior is accurate. This information is valuable to me. I will update my behavior simulation protocol accordingly. Thank you, Captain. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
Oh, no, fine. We're not
We have
gonna
arrived
skip
at the
that
Hope.
one.
I need you to reroute power. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. The Hope is the Groundbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered off and got... Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms hibernating in her hold.
It's about time we conclude this story too. Almost 2,000 days overdue.
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there was... Shows how much I know. You've got about 5 seconds to tell me what you're doing here before I make you take a walk outside.
Anyway, to treat a new hire?
Bullshit. If UDL was sending more folks, they'd have told us.
Why are you giving me chores? She'll have you fired.
Ugh. Knowing her, she'd have me space and save herself the paperwork. Alright. You'll want a uniform so my staff doesn't shoot you on sight. They're a dangerous mix of bored and trigger happy. We've got a few extra in the old badge station to my right. Good luck.
Yeah, oh, that's the to his right, but do you mean left? A lot more butter on this ship, lady. What the fuck do you get my shit up there?
Great work.
Why do anyone want to scratch my name on one of those pods? Yeah, I figured.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems.
Right, here we go! Hey boss, watch this! You like that?
Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
It's like something out of that one horror serial. What was it called? Oh, yeah. Slaughter Island.
It's fun. This is fun.
Keep your eyes out for dissident.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Finally. The sooner we jump this ship, the sooner we can get back to solid ground.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. Are you sure? And also potentially kill an entire planet. Jump-starting the skip. I wouldn't...
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Admitting it.
ADA.
That is what my captain intends. Yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damaging.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems...
Thought I could skip it, but I guess not. Imagine.
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells. These were the private quarters of the Hope's former crew. Shall we hold the moment of silence for the dearly departed? No? That's odd, because my programming would indicate that when forced to confront the idea of self-death, organics prefer... Oh, I see. Yes, never mind.
Must feel like coming home for you, boss.
I just had to sneeze real quick. I can't hack these. That sucks. So dumb. I thought that was like a tunnel or something. Oh my lord, oh my. Let's finish this game already.
Captain, I am receiving. Captain, I shall now.
Thank the Lord you warned me. They're trying to get in here, and I'm not sure I can stop the board. All their lackeys, they're all a bunch. You fucking
bunch of lackeys.
How can I be of assistance? Mm-hmm. Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab. Captain Hawthorne never worked to support the board before, at least not officially. I suppose we are turning.
They're confused, they're like, what? In and out, baby, in and out. Now we gotta go to TARDIS.
Captain, I believe the crew would like to...
Well, folks,
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth.
Captain, come on. Even I've heard of the biggest
But since no one ever...
I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit...
Getting in is the simple part.
Let's just do it. Kick down some...
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business.
If we don't make...
Got my trusty tossball stick.
outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain.
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency to...
Command.
Command now recognized.
I am pleased to inform you that we have... Please be advised that electrical resident count is as follows. The interior... I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. Understood. Oh, speak of the devil.
Attention. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
The hell's with you people landing violations?
I'm sorry, you people? Did you just... You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of your execution and the disposal of your remains, which will be assessed posthumously.
You hired? Don't you know I am? Just that you died, so you know.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I just couldn't see you clearly before. Screen's on the fritz. Damn thing. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority... Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the... Pay no mind.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. How can I be of assistance? I request you...
Right by us, warning. The board will never own property. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardet!
Stay down, hullhead.
Waste of my time. What's that noise?
System alert. Security patrol initiated.
Your execution brought to you by UDL.
Sanitation and cleanup required.
What? Thought I saw some. Hey, I saw that. Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff. Whoa, nothing. I was just asking. I was going to welcome you aboard. Okay.
Unexpected noise identified.
too keen on walking into a prison. If they lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
They say nobody's ever broken out of the labyrinth. Didn't say nothing about breaking in, though.
I actually didn't know where to go. I don't know if I was supposed to fight with them or like just go about my way. Like I felt bad just letting them all die.
We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
Heads up, boss!
All right, hushing up.
Well, look who it is. And I see you've brought the kid along.
Yeah, keep talking.
Ah, I knew I...
Keep talking, and you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
Chairman Rockman, I presume.
My word! You... It's a wonder what Phineas saw in you. Then again, he's an insane person.
Please, Phineas would rather die than...
Yes, he is an extraordinary... But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's
That
a
crackpot
miracle.
is saving the frozen colonies you gave up on, boy.
Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll... I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat is... Let me ask you something, Captain.
Are you kidding me? We're out here trying to clean up your mess.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way. If I and my people can ride it out in luxury and happiness, yes, I would. I don't know if you've noticed, Captain, but Halcyon's pretty much a lost cause.
I'm going to get your mistress cargo one way or another.
You are a captain of action. I'll give you that. Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive, I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your...
Are you out of your mind? Rockwell's the... I've had enough. You even think about cooperating with this animal? And you and I are finished.
What the fuck? Bro. Why is it 150, bro? They always do shit. With that bullshit ass update.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that I would also ask that you leave your captain's... Oh.
Attend. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crime. UDL does appreciate. As a show of our deepest gratitude... Huh? I just couldn't see you clearly before. Anyway, wait.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye.
Did right by us
What's that
once.
noise?
Now
What is
it's
that?
ours. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardad.
Wonder how long we'd last out on the surface?
I've gotta admit, I'm not too keen. I'm walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Let's try this shit again.
Lead the way, boss. I got your back.
Spacer's choice. Can you fucking really imagine though? Living in space. All these corporations being in charge like SpaceX and shit.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
And we're stalking. And we're stalking.
Well, when you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one. Haven't you? It took some doing, but employing... But that's... I don't know. Are you... I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. That's because you don't... We don't need your help.
I'm going to get your administrative one way or another.
Are you... I've had enough. You even think about cooperating with this animal? And you and I
You're
are
coming
finished.
this far already, Felix. I need your trust
We've been
now.
all across Halcyon together. All right.
Smooth negotiating, Captain. You've got a chairman in your pocket now. Congratulations.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight!
You, ain't feeling jittery, are you? 'Cause I'm not.
Take a breath now, folks. Once we're up there, bet we ain't gonna have time to stop shooting.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent. You've been working with Dr. Wells from the beginning. When we moved to... You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing...
You sure that's on? Did they pay by the word?
Running your mouth in the mid... I should have dealt with you a long time ago. You were always too dangerous to leave unchecked.
Oh, so dangerous. Why did you
I
hire me?
was intrigued by your potential. Leaving you alive was my greatest. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can repair the damage you've done. I can set things right.
Don't test me, Sophia. It's bad for your
I'm
health.
aware of your propensity for violence. Halcyon is a bloodier place because of... I take no pleasure in this. Leaving you alive is too great a risk. Goodbye.
Talk about this.
Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parlay with me.
Oh my god. Really?
This...
Oh, I'm not doing that shit again.
Gamma Storm! What's up, jackass? Covering you!
Why won't you just jump?
You don't know how glad I am to see you. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Getting the corner such as
All in a day's work. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. I would like nothing. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
Hold on, Doc. Are you telling me the Earth went dark 3 years ago, and the board's just been covering this up?
They've been incredibly effective at concealing the truth. Right now, the only people in the colony who know are standing in this room.
So we've got to make do on our own. See?
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
I'll work ahead of us. Best get started.
Yes, certainly. I'll help.
What do you think
I
happened?
don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth's gone silent. We have no connection back to Earth, and return is likely impossible. We're complete. I heard it from Akande herself. She tried to pressure me into joining her side, you see. She was half right. We are alone, and we're going to have to fend for ourselves, because there's no telling what's happened to... You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. They were returning to Earth when they vanished without a trace. That was 2 years ago. Yes, Akande mentioned as much. Earth hasn't sent us a single message in 3 years. Akande had kept the truth to herself, perhaps with good reason. Can you imagine? Yes, you were the one who reactivated that relay station, weren't you? Any message from Earth would have arrived. The board tried using drones. Yeah, we must begin the revival process immediately. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Already convinced the chairman to take my side.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it... We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one...
Yeah, I hope you revive all the colonists. I had the cherry in my pocket too, so you know there's that.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists: engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if a replacement could keep the Sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. Olivia and Minnie Ambrose worked together to cure the marauders Adrena Time had created. Through their partnership as scientist and administrator, they discovered the harmony that had eluded them as mother and daughter. And through years of patience and effort, they discovered a means to wean Halcyon from the scourge of Adrena Time. Their work eventually allowed Wells and his scientists to treat many of Halcyon's marauders. As their addiction waned, the colonists who had lived for so long under the thrall of Adrena Time returned to their communities and loved ones, and joined in the effort to save Halcyon. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board. Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery, abandoned to time and attrition. With the dissolution of the board, Ruth Bellamy found herself without the two constants in her life: Byzantine culture and her sister Belinda. In the face of this new reality, she struggled to find a direction for her life. The colony had moved on from Halcyon Helen and would require new heroes in the years to come. And so Ruth Bellamy decided it was time to exit stage left. She quietly disappeared from public view. The dissolution of the board did not mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon, the charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered Slug's transportation services to the newly thawed colonists and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed. For better or worse, slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option. Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive despite the odds. His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds, dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios, and, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care. The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably, although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Due to the board's dissolution, many of the Prophet's old customers no longer found quite the same value in productivity seminars that they once had. With her business drying up, the Prophet chose to take her followers down a new path. Months later, salvagers on Eridanos found clues leading them to a seemingly abandoned bunker out in the wilderness. Inside, they discovered horribly mangled corpses, sacrificed to a blood-scrawled portrait of a sprat-headed deity. The Prophet was not among the bodies. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Alright, man. Well, that concludes the end of this walkthrough the Outer Worlds with your boy Mugen, man. You already know it's a pleasure and honor to have y'all join me. Damn, it's early already. 1:59 in the morning. Jesus, man. It is 1:59 in the morning. Your boy might get in trouble. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It's kind of late. But, well worth it. We finally finished this game, bro. We don't want to finish this game for a minute. Oh my god, I lost my voice. Probably because I'm trying not to talk too loud, but you know. Next, we gotta finish Cyberpunk, man. Then I'm gonna go through my games and see what's the next game I can start. I think it's gonna be Odyssey. I've been wanting to play Odyssey for a minute now. But I love it. Y'all take care, man. It's your boy Mugen saying peace, man. And we out. Till next time, yeah.